Are cheap engagement rings real diamonds? Cheap engagement rings can have real diamonds, however, depending on the style that you want, cheap engagement rings can also have gemstones like sapphires, garnets, or moissanite. The most important thing to consider when purchasing cheap engagement ring is the confidence that you have in your jeweler. Many smart shoppers go to SuperJeweler.com where they get great service, the best selection, and the lowest price on engagement rings. What is the difference between cheap engagement rings and regular engagement rings? The only difference between cheap engagement rings and regular engagement rings is the price. The price can be less because the center gem is a smaller diamond, a style of setting that a smaller diamond looks larger, a precious gemstone, or moissanite. Moissanite is a spectacular alternative to a diamond because of its super bright sparkle and similar diamond appearance. Also, cheap engagement rings can be made in a precious metal and cost less too. Two great choices are 10-karat gold and sterling silver. How much do cheap engagement rings cost? Cheap engagement rings should cost in the range of $250 to $1,500. Many people have different views of how cheap engagement rings should cost. Smart shoppers go to SuperJeweler.com where they get great service, the best selection, and the lowest price on cheap engagement rings. Are cheap engagement rings good to buy? Cheap engagement rings are a great way to save money while still symbolizing the love and commitment between two people. Cheap engagement rings can have a smaller center diamond, center precious gemstones, center diamonds that are blue or black, and center moissanite gemstones. Another alternate cheap engagement ring center can be a lab-grown diamond. Lab-grown diamonds are great for cheap engagement rings. The most important thing to consider when purchasing cheap engagement rings is the confidence that you have in your jeweler. SuperJeweler.com gives great service, selection, and the lowest price on cheap engagement rings.